Electrofans, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos por acá otra vez a la Electro Cueva, que como saben, todos los jueves tenemos un invitado especial para platicar de la música, qué está haciendo en la pandemia, y hoy estamos súper contentos porque tenemos a unas leyendas acá. Tenemos a Faithless, bueno, tenemos una representante por acá de Faithless, tenemos a Sister Bliss, que nos acompaña el día de hoy, que es parte de este grupo, y para los que no lo conozcan, es un grupo británico que tiene hits así increíbles que seguramente si se los ponemos van a decir, no manches, claro que los conozco. Y por aquí Sister Bliss, ella es tecladista, ella es productora, ella es DJ, y ahorita después de 10 años esta banda regresa con un nuevo sencillo y va a sacar un nuevo álbum. Entonces vamos a platicar un poquito con ella. Hey Sister Bliss, how are you?
Hey, I'm really good, thank you. Doing great.
That's awesome, that's awesome. Hey, well, we're from Mexico, and we have to tell you that we love electronic music. I don't know if you've ever been here in Mexico.
I certainly have. We did one of the best gigs we've ever done in our whole lives in Mexico City. It was amazing at the Jose Cueva Arena.
Okay,
yeah.
Nice. Perfecto, por aquí.
Very special. We did blow the sound system up in the sound check, so we were crazy trying to fix it before we went on stage. So I don't think we came on until like 1 a.m, but it was the most amazing atmosphere. Really, we had Mexico in our hearts.
Oh, that's so nice, amazing. Por acá les voy yo traduciendo la entrevista mientras vamos platicando. Y Sister Bliss nos platica, le pregunté si había ido a México ella, y dice que claro que sí, que tuvieron un show increíble que le encantó en el José Cuervo, en la arena José Cuervo, y que de hecho por ahí tuvieron un tema con el sonido que estaba súper fuerte y que salieron como hasta la 1 de la mañana, pero que le encantó y que trae una súper vibra. Entonces por aquí les voy platicando lo que ella me dice y yo se los voy contando. Okay, so Sister Bliss, we're right here because you have just released a new single, no? SYNTHESIZER.
Yeah.
So
yes.
How is it to release a new single on this like pandemic thing and in COVID? How has it been to release a new song right now?
Well, I feel really lucky because, you know, this is a very strange time. Like this time right now would be all festivals. I had a whole summer of DJing booked and everything's cancelled. Everything has gone. So I would have been promoting the music and watching people responding to the music, which is the best bit about making music. So it's a bit of a dislocating experience to put music out and you wonder, where are they listening? How are they listening? Do they love it? Do they hate it? You know, but on the other hand, I'm really proud of the music and I think it has the big kind of epic sound of Faithless, and
wow.
Hopefully people will get down and get funky, even if they can't go to the clubs or the festivals. They can put it on loud in the car when they're driving, or they can dance at home with friends, you know.
Absolutely.
I hope it gives people that sense of life and joy. It's really important because music is so important to people, you know,
yes,
across the
right
world.
Now.
We really do. You know, it's like a friend. It soothes our soul. It touches our heart. It makes us feel less alone. And I think the worst thing about COVID and lockdown is how lonely people have felt, how disconnected, how frightened.
Yes.
It's a really, really, what can I say, very difficult experience for many people. And of course, all the economic uncertainty. You know, I have no work since March.
Yes.
I have never had this time of nothing, really nothing, for 30 years.
Whoa.
Nice. This is the first time I haven't worked in 30 years. And I'm philosophical about it because I'm very lucky. I'm not a new artist. You know, Faithless has been around quite a long time now.
Yes.
But imagine if this year was the first year that you had a record that was doing really well and it was your first summer of festivals and you were going to DJ here and in Miami and, you know, and suddenly everything cancelled, gone. Yes. At least I had 30 years to play Jose Cueva, you know, arena, playing, you know, loads of different clubs all across America. I've toured the world. I've headlined festivals as a DJ and with Faithless as the band, from Creamfields in Argentina to
wow, you know, everywhere.
Space in Ibiza, all over the world, all over Europe. Huge festivals in Germany, Belgium, nice. Switzerland, Austria, Scandinavia, Russia, Puerto Rico.
All around the world.
I
so
say
nice.
thank you that I had this life But I feel very sad for the younger artists who are just starting out, because they're what's keep the scene young and exciting. You know, it's great that you have artists like Faithless, Chemical Brothers, Prodigy, you know, who I feel we have a distinctive sound and we're always trying to push music forward. But also what I love about electronic music is discovering new artists who just seem to come out of nowhere.
I know.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times that happens at a festival, at a show, or you get sent a piece of music and you think, oh, who's this? This is cool, you know.
Yes. Well, pues bueno, por acá le preguntaba a Sister Bliss que ella, ¿cómo es esto de sacar un nuevo disco, una nueva canción ahora en tiempos de COVID y de pandemia y todo esto? Dice que de entrada ella se siente afortunada y da gracias porque ha tenido la oportunidad, obviamente, de pues, ya estar en escenas de hace un tiempo. Ahorita justo platicábamos de que es una situación muy extraña, que ella durante 30 años tuvo trabajo y es la primera vez que se queda sin trabajo de repente. Desde marzo no ha tenido trabajo, no ha tenido presentaciones, de verdad como que es un tiempo un poco difícil, pero que a final de cuentas pues es un buen momento para sacar música. Ella dice que pues ella tuvo la oportunidad de viajar por todo el mundo dando shows, tanto ella como independiente DJ y productora, como con Faithless. Entonces que ella lo disfrutó, pero que siente un poco mal por los nuevos DJs que no tuvieron la oportunidad tal vez de sacar una rola y que ahorita no puedan estarla tocando en el festival en vivo o algún lugar, porque justo también para conocer nueva música son como lugares muy importantes estos por aquí. Y pues bueno, obviamente la trayectoria de Faithless ya ustedes la conocen, tienen canciones increíbles y de muchísimo tiempo como Insomnia, One Step Too Far, We Come One. Entonces ellos ya tienen un tiempo como que establecieron las reglas de la electrónica y ahorita el juego cambió para todos. So, okay, talking about new artists right now, we were talking about how this the electronic music has evolved, kind of changed in the last 10 years. So, 5 years ago, you released like some EP with some remixes with some new artists. How is the process with mixing your songs with the new style of new artists? How is that?
Do you mean in the studio, how it is working with other collaborations?
Or how do you contact some guys like, hey, I like this guy, maybe he can bring some new sound to us, or how is the process?
Yeah. Well, I make all the music, so it's all in there, but we collaborate with different vocalists. Okay, so it's nice. More for the canción part, not the music. And we make lists, we listen to music all the time, and we're like, we love the sound of this guy's voice or this girl, and we just reach out. I mean, this is the amazing thing about social media. You can find someone on Twitter or Facebook and find the management details and you llamar.
Claro.
Yeah, just call.
Yes. Por aquí le preguntaba que, por ejemplo, ahora que ellos sacaron un EP hace unos años, como con sus éxitos y trabajados por otros artistas, que cómo es el proceso de buscar una música y dice que tal cual, se ponen a escuchar y dicen, oye, me gusta la voz de ella, me gusta la voz de él, me gusta el trabajo de él. Y ahorita con las redes sociales es facilísimo el contactar a la gente y poder hacer este match y trabajar juntos. Entonces creo que es como una súper opción. So, right now, how do you feel has the electronic music evolved in the last years? How do you see the scene right now?
Well, it's very quiet. Más tranquilo. Demasiado tranquilo.
Muy tranquilo.
Yeah, sí. Before lockdown, what can I say? It's an incredible scene. It is global. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I also think the world of streaming is opening up for dance music, because there is a lot of music that you won't even hear in clubs, but it does exist in the streaming world. There's some more like mellow, chill out.
The chill outs, yes.
Playlists, for example, which is a big genre in dance music. So I think that it is very accessible to even people that don't go to clubs. They can find some really quality music now because you have a playlist and it's curated by big DJs, you know, so people feel that they can trust that they're hearing the best of dance music,
exactly.
Whether it's more chilled or more house or more dubstep or drum and bass. There's some there's some very cool playlists out there. So you don't actually have to go out to a festival, to a club to
experience
hear
music. Actually, yes, that's
right.
True. Okay,
so it's a big change. Yeah,
yes,
it's a big change.
And a really good change, I think. Okay, por aquí.
Yeah.
No, you kind of doubt it.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Well, nothing is better than the experience of everybody together, you know,
actually,
being like one person in the dance.
Jumping there in the festival, yes, actually.
Exactly.
Ok, por aquí le preguntaba a Sister Bliss qué opinaba de la escena electrónica, cómo va, y pues dice que antes de habernos encerrado por el coronavirus, que había que estaba muy padre, que de hecho las plataformas de streaming han ayudado a que la gente como que conozca un poco más música electrónica, y de hecho con estas playlists que hay por ahí, es como de por medios de streaming, tú ya puedes llegar, no nada más tienes que ir a un antro, un festival para conocer música, puedes estar en tu casa escuchando una playlist que algún DJ armó, y entonces como que confías en esta playlist que va a tener música que te va a gustar, y música que va a estar buena, entonces creo que es como un buen punto, que ella dice que claro que está padre, pero no hay nada como la experiencia de estar en el festival viviéndolo y sintiéndolo al full. Okay, Sister Bliss, I have one question for you. Right now, do you have like any artist that right now you like, that is like a new artist that you say, hey, this guy has like a really cool sound, and I don't know, maybe someone that has like popped out from the crowd that you say, hey, this guy is good?
Yeah, good point. There's actually more on the chill tip. There's a couple of them. There's a guy who's Australian called Will RSK.
Okay.
And he makes some really interesting music, quite epic, some of it almost a bit techno. And there's another band that's out on Ninja Tune. Again, maybe more on the mellow listening tip, but it sounds like cinematic music, you know, music you would have on a film, and they're called Bronson.
Okay.
Do you
nice.
know,
So it's Ninja.
So a couple of bands that I'm seeing, there's not just one song, they're doing more and more music where I think, oh, I like that every time. Every time. Some really strong music. And there's also a very cool label in Holland called Atom Nation.
Atom
and,
Nation.
Yeah, and they're very classy. The music they do is really quality, you know.
Okay, so what's the name of the band that you say from Australia?
Will RSK.
Will RSK.
Yeah.
Will RSK. Will RSK.
Yeah, K
okay.
is the surname, the second name. Yeah.
Will RSK. Okay,
yeah.
perfect. Okay,
yeah,
it's
very cool.
Nice. And the other one is Ninja what?
The record label is Ninja Tunes, and the band
Ninja
is
Tunes.
Bronson.
Bronson. Okay, Bronson. Perfect. So I can tell the Mexican guys to listen to this music.
Yeah. Really good. Okay. Really good listening.
Ok, perfecto. Por aquí le preguntaba a Sister Bliss que hay como nueva música que le gusta, no sé qué, y dice por ahí que están estos chavos de Bronson, que traen buena música, que son de Ninja Records.
Ninja Tunes. Ninja Tunes record, yeah. It's very established. Yeah, it's an old record label.
Ok, que ya tiene como un tiempo que se estableció, y por ahí también dice que está Atom Records, Atom Nation.
Yes, Atom Nation is the record label, and there are many different artists, but everything they seem to put out is, again, real quality and interesting organic house, and a little bit tech house, but groovy. Oh, it's good listening music. Yeah,
okay,
good
son
driving.
Recomendaciones que ya sé, que para que puede estar unas que tal vez no es como el mood súper fuerte, que es como más chill, que es para como escuchar de repente en tu casa, manejando, que está como buena la música. Entonces, por eso las vamos a pasar por escrito para que las tengan todas las recomendaciones acá de Sister Bliss y no se pierdan ninguna. Okay, so what have you been doing the last 10 years that as Faithless, you like were doing something together, but how has it been like your career, I don't know, in these 10 years?
Oh, well, as I say, 5 years ago, we made a remix album which has some of the biggest DJs in the world on our records, like Tiesto, Claptone, Book of Shade. Yes, God rest his soul. So very eclectic, different perspective on Faithless, which kind of, if you like, it gave us the energy to think, oh wow, people are still really excited to hear Faithless music.
Yes.
And that was, we started writing for the new album at that point, because
really 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because a lot of people were getting into the remixes and discovering Faithless for the first time. So you have to remember, a lot of people was not born when we had our first big hit records. So we reintroduced, if you like, our music through the remixes to a new audience. Exactly. So it felt like we'd go to shows and Maxi would always say to people, who's not been to a Faithless gig before? And lots of people would be like, me. And so we're like, oh my God, there's a lot of kids here, like really young kids.
Young people,
who are, wanted to understand what it was all about, or they heard the music through their big brothers or sisters or their parents. Even,
even.
You know, so it inspired us and made us think, look, people are still listening. And we always want to make music that moves you, you know, emotional, with lyrics that mean something. It's important for us, for our dance music, to say something about the world we live in, about our spirit, about our heart. So which is not the same for most dance music. Most dance music is for the party, for the fiesta.
Yes.
And you know,
but it's good to have a message.
Loco.
Going loco. Wow, I love it. Ok, pues por aquí le preguntaba a Sister Bliss que en estos últimos 10 años, tal vez como Faithless no hayan hecho mucho, pero independientemente, pero platica que justo lo que les comentábamos del álbum que habían hecho hace 5 años con remixes y que ellos decían que agarraron como varios artistas que estaban en ese tiempo incómodos. Tienen a Clapton, a Tiesto, a Van Buren, a Avicii, o sea, hay varios remixes por estos DJs que justo era como para reintroducirlos con nuevas generaciones que tal vez ni siquiera habían nacido en ese tiempo, pero que ya son fans de la música electrónica y que era momento de que conocieran a Faithless. Y a fin de cuentas, el mensaje que ellos quieren dar siempre es que no son nada más, o sea, claro que les gusta la música dance para bailar y para fiesta, pero también que tengan un mensaje, que sea como una música que tenga una letra, vocales y que todo traiga como un mensaje cool por ahí. So, right now, as we hope that the next year we can come back to festivals, to any presentations live. I don't know, do you have like any plans? Have you been talking like to be on like an EDC Mexico, or I don't know if you would like to come here? Or
I would love to come to Mexico. It would be a dream. It would
so
be a
nice.
dream. But right now, who knows?
I know, and I don't know if you have like anything like, I don't know if you have spoken to someone to play on like any a Tomorrowland, an EDC, an Ultra, any place where we can see you perform?
We're talking about doing some streaming shows, but I don't know when that will be. So fingers crossed.
Yes, please. Everyone is like, we don't know anything right now. What is going on?
I'm sad that it is the same for all of us in the world of music, whether it's classical music or electronic music. It is very hard with so much being shut down at the moment. Because it's too risky. The audience needs to be safe, the DJs need to be safe, musicians need to be safe, the crew need to be safe.
Yes, all the team.
This is a very, very nasty virus, and I really hope that we can move forward and bring our industry back, because this is terrible for many, many, many people right now.
Let's hope for the best. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, I hope so.
In
the meantime, you can listen to the music and hopefully feel a bit better.
Yes, sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Por acá, como Sister Bliss, platicamos de que si no tiene alguna presentación como programada todavía, aunque hay pandemia, si no hay algo platicado, dice que tiene como algunos shows o performance live, pero todavía no hay nada como ya seguro. Es que esta época está súper difícil, chavos, neta, a todo el mundo le está pegando muy difícil, pero que pueden ir escuchando la música de Faithless, escuchando todo esto que acaba de salir, y de hecho por ahí se viene el álbum en octubre completo, que de hecho ahorita lo voy a comentar acá a Sister Bliss que me platique un poquito, pero pues bueno, de entrada todavía no hay una fecha, pero le encantaría a ella venir por acá a México y venirse con todo Faithless completo. Okay, so now let's talk about your upcoming album that it's coming on October. So what can you tell us about this album?
Yeah, the album is called All Blessed.
All Blessed.
Well, we sometimes wonder, are we blessed? It's like a question, but I also hope that it has a positive message.
Okay.
Because we live in some very, very difficult times, and it's a collaborative album. We've worked with quite a lot of different people over the album, some singers, some different rappers, spoken word artists like poets, and I think it brings a new, fresh flavour to Faithless music. There's some big dance tunes, but there's some, like on every Faithless record, some quiet, reflective moments as well.
Nice.
So it's
so cool. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice piece of music to listen from the beginning to the end. I mean, most people don't listen to albums anymore, but I feel very lucky that we are able to make music that tells a story and it unfolds slowly.
Nice.
Okay,
amazing.
And you can really listen to the words, and I think as ever with Faithless, the words have meaning and humanity to them.
Nice. It's an album that it's a ride. You have to go all the way. It's nice. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Pues bueno, por acá le preguntaba el álbum y me platicaba que es un proceso que de hecho este álbum ella recomienda que lo escuchen todo, que casi la gente escucha álbumes completos, pero que escuchen todo el álbum de principio a fin, porque ellos lo que les gusta es crear una historia. Colaboran con mucha gente, artistas, raperos, poetas, incluso como para justo este mensaje que nos decía, que les gusta que sus letras tengan como algo que está dando, que va a dar un mensaje, Pues este álbum eso tiene, sigue teniendo como la esencia de Faithless, pero renovada y traída como a estos tiempos. Entonces vale la pena escucharlo, chavos. Sale por ahí el 23 de octubre, entonces estén al pendiente de esta música. Se llama All I Bless y va a estar increíble. Y Synthesizer, que es el primer sencillo que sacaron, fue lo que escucharon al inicio de esta intro. Entonces, para que se vayan dando una idea de cómo es un poquito como el mood. Okay, so before we go, we would like to know something about how much do you know about Mexico? Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Poquito.
Yeah, this is the hard part. Okay, perfect.
Okay?
Yes, it's okay because there are 3 words. Okay.
Okay, ready.
What is the first thing that comes to your mind when I say Mexico?
Oh, the food.
The food. Nice. Amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Any Mexican artist that you know?
Any Mexican artist, as in visual artists like Frida Kahlo, Diego Rivera, that kind of artist. Yeah,
it's okay.
These are the most famous artists. Well, actually, I don't know if you can see, but that's a pink wall behind me.
I can see the pink wall. Okay.
Yeah, and that is a print from Mexico, right by my room.
Nice. Yes.
When I first went, but I have a pink wall because I went to Frida Kahlo's house in Mexico City.
Nice.
And I love the colors. The colors are bright and exciting. And every time I have a house, I must have a pink wall.
It has to be. I must. Nice. Okay.
That's my secrets.
It's so cool. And after that, any Mexican song that you know?
Oh, any Mexican song? Oh my God, you've caught me in the brain freeze. Like a Mexican song. La Vida Loca.
La Vida Loca. Okay. It's not Mexican, but it's in Spanish.
Oh no, okay, it's Spanish. Okay, that's.
So I'm going to give you the point.
Oh, thank you so much. That's really embarrassing.
No. Oh. Don't worry. So, okay, thank you, Sister Bliss, for everything. Thanks for the interview, for telling us about your music, when it's coming, and for bringing us a little bit of, I don't know, like this good vibe to expect that the shows can come closer, and we really would like to see you here in Mexico soon.
Oh, thank you. Me too. So encantada. Muchas gracias.
No.
All the fans, thank you so much for all your love.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Bueno, por aquí ya cerramos con Sister Bliss, que le dijimos que ojalá venga a México pronto con todo Faithless, que estaría increíble verlos por acá. Y les mando un saludo a todos los fans y pues bueno, Electrofans, gracias por haber estado con nosotros en esta sección de la Electro Cueva, que esperamos que les haya gustado. Recuerden que nos pueden enviar mensajito con sugerencias, comentarios y escuchen la música de Faithless, escuchen este nuevo sencillo que salió y esperen su álbum próximamente. Nos vemos el siguiente jueves. Bye. Thanks, Sister Bliss. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you. Ciao.